Remember all the fun and joy of your favorite game or childhood toy. If only you could feel that way again. Well, you don't have to go back in time, 'cause Nick and friends can help you find long lost treasures you once loved. Let's go hunting nostalgia.
Remember all the fun and joy of your favorite game and your childhood toy. If only you could feel it. Oh, hey! Hey, what's going on? I'm Nick Bartley, and this is Hunting Nostalgia. And today, it is so exciting to finally have an episode where I get to do some traveling, you know? I mean, we had Elvira at Frank & Sons in L.A. We had Stevie Boy. He was in Colorado at another amazing toy store. Now I finally get to do some traveling in the toy machine, and I'm heading to Queens, New York. Where, you may ask? To a very, very nostalgic place, the Museum of Nostalgia. It is a nostalgia time capsule that you can walk into, interact with, and just have the time of your life. It is so, so neat because to me, like setting all this stuff up and taking care of it and, you know, changing it around, that's my favorite part of doing this. That's my favorite part of collecting is watching someone walk into the Hunting Nostalgia studio and go, wow, this is crazy. That's the exact same feeling that you get in the Museum of Nostalgia in Queens, New York. All right, I'm gonna hop in the toy machine. Let's get on our way. What do you say? Yeah! This is it. This is the Museum of Nostalgia. How cool is this place? I've already said multiple times, I never want to leave. I never want to leave. I mean, you might think I'm in your parents' basement. No, not in Butler, but literally your parents' basement. This room is so jam-packed with nostalgia from end to end. And it's so cool because it is a lot of the personal items of the owners of this museum. And there are items in here that I have not seen in a really, really long time. Just walking around as I was not completing the puzzle, I have never in my entire life completed a puzzle. I'm sure that is no surprise to anyone. They have the Filmation Ghostbusters figures. There was a huge, and I mean huge, conflict between the two. Which Ghostbusters was the real Ghostbusters in 1984? Which one was it? I mean, we all know which one is the most popular of the Ghostbusters, but there were two, and Filmation had a really, really good cartoon as well. Let's go Ghostbusters, let's go. You remember? No? That's all right, I do. These figures are really, really, really hard to find, and I've never seen, it was like an android / skeleton style figure. Super, super cool. And there's such a range of items, and that's why I think, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's why the Museum of Nostalgia chose that word. Nostalgia. It means everything, and it always means something different to somebody else, always, you know? And it is actually the morbid longing of things of your past. Not even kidding, look it up, morbid longing. Ha! We have Alf, we have a Garfield claw, and everything's functioning. That's what's so cool. We have Masters of the Universe, you know, functioning TV, 1970, 1980 maybe. But that's what's really neat, is everything's really nice, because sometimes when you go to the toy stores, you know, it's either damaged or whatever that may be. Old displays, now that is something you don't see every day. An old McDonald's display, the robot transforming McDonald's toys. There's an actual display when you'd walk in and see what Happy Meal toy was available for that, 2-month span. That is cool. And Tailspin, another fantastic 90s cartoon. Oh, Mama! Oh, no. Oh, I can't even do it. I'll take this moment now to say we lost Pee Wee Herman recently, and it is devastating to me. Devastating to me. Pee Wee Herman is extremely important to my family. Every year, Christmas cannot begin. The Christmas season cannot begin until we watch Pee Wee's Christmas special. And that will continue forever. And now it's even more important to our family. But yes, I see there's color forms. And I have the little color forms. This is the Pee Wee Deluxe color forms. Oh my, I really wish I could buy that. How cool is that cow? I can't even look at him. Ah, I know you remember one of mine. The greatest. The greatest. Oh, Pee Wee. This is neat. This is something that is homemade. And this was my very first toy. Isn't that weird? But it was before I was even born. These are Care Bears. And you could buy it. What you would do is you would buy just the cloth and you'd stuff them and then you would somewhere sew them closed. My mother, as she was pregnant with the toy sniffing weirdo, she made these. She stuffed them and sewed them. My mom does not know how to sew, but she sewed these in expectation for me. And I had like 40 of them. I had all of the Care Bears. I'm not sure if she knew if I was gonna be a boy or a girl, but I loved them either way, and I played with them all the time. I've never talked about that before, and honestly, I almost forgot that until I came to the Museum of Nostalgia. Oh, we got more Alf stuff. We got board games, which I'm sure are complete and you can play. That's what's so welcoming about this museum is that you just want to plop down on the plastic coated couch. My grandmother had one. You were not allowed to sit on her plastic coated couch. I honestly thought it was an Italian thing, but maybe not. But yes, so this plastic, the simple plastic was like bait for all of us 80s jerks. We're like, oh, we have to sit on Graham's couch. We have to do it. And when she wasn't there, that's the first thing I did. I'm sorry, that's the truth. Every time I would come in, I had to get on that couch in the winter. In the summer, it was so cold and cool and nice. Now, I can admit this now. There are two items here. One here, the $1 Million Man. Nobody can do the laugh. I can't even do it. The $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. One of the greatest, most legendary wrestlers of all time, and also a wrestling buddy. You remember wrestling buddies? You know, he would trampoline them. And then we have Popples, the little poppable, cute, cuddly little pets that you could fold inside themselves. They have something in common. Two drastically different toys. And what they have in common is the hands and the mind that created them, that designed them. My personal, lovely friend, Stephanie Clark Iskander. I have no idea how. None. I can't draw at all. Like at all. Being from Pittsburgh, y'all know Sidney Crosby. When we first got him, however many years ago, I drew a picture of him at where I was working. Nobody knew what it was. It was weird. It was weird. Very strange. But anyways, Stephanie created these from her hands and her mind. And they became some of the most iconic toys in the history of playing. Literally. Every boy remembers those in the world. Everybody wrestled a wrestling buddy. And everyone remembers Popples. Two fantastic. Oh. Thank you, Stephanie. That's what I wanted to get to before I got distracted with Billy Baloney. Hi, everybody. I'm Billy Baloney. Before that happened, I wanted to say that's incredible, and thank you for being the hand and mind of our childhood, you know? Thank you. We have Billy Baloney. We have an old Game Boy. Oh, man. Oh, it says do not touch. This place is very welcoming. It's a very welcoming museum. And kids can come in here and get right into the 70s, 80s, 90s. They can literally, get in trouble, get on the plastic couch. But I should probably follow those rules too, because, I'm just me. ColecoVision to play. Smurfs. That's fun. That's a good time. And I don't. What in the world? Are you even kidding? This is. Oh, I can't believe what. This is a Pee Wee Herman growth chart. I have tons and tons of Pee Wee items. We're in Queens, New York today. What is the penalty for theft? Pretty bad, I'm sure. I can't buy it. This is, a museum. But that is one of the coolest items I have ever seen since hunting nostalgia began. The food in the refrigerator is 3'3", just so you know. They got some original Return of the Jedi, Star Wars figures in here. Another display, that's cool. Oh, pillow people. I love pillow people. You know, that reminds me of another story that Stephanie told me, that when she was tasked with the wrestling buddies, they asked her, they said, Stephanie, we need you to create something, the style, the look of something that you want to cuddle up with at nighttime. But you also want to punch in the face in the morning when you wake up. Imagine that task is like, you know what I mean? Whenever I use puppets on the show, I'm not going to say who, but I think you know who I'm talking about. That's a combination of Mr. Rogers and Pee Wee Herman. Like, that's where that comes from for hunting nostalgia. Billy Baloney up there was a prime example of that. But there are so many things here that I want to buy. Just here in this case. I've never seen. I don't even remember these. I do remember torturing everyone, and I can't do the voice anymore, but oh, Laura, my pet. No sweat, my pet. I can't do it. The Urkel Jerkel, I can still do that at least. But I would torture people. Oh my gosh, I would torture everyone. All of a sudden, bam, I would just come out dressed head to toe. Steve Urkel. I wish I could buy that. I really do. This is one of the coolest museums I've ever been to. It's all toys. It is all toys in Queens, New York. Sadly, I do wish I could buy a couple items. But you know what's neat about this place? You know what's really, really cool about this place? After you get done in the Museum of Nostalgia, you can come shopping and buy what you want. How cool is that? This place is the first thing I said whenever I walked in here. I said, this place is so welcoming. There are so many different styles of vintage toy stores. It's so exciting to see, the different personalities that come out. And you know a good way to do that? ToyStoryGuide.com. That's how I found this amazing toy store / Museum of Nostalgia. I had those bed sheets whenever I was a kid. Oh, this is neat. Gumby and Pokey, they were in the museum. And you can buy them here on the shelf. That is genius. It's truly genius. There's other shows that do, stuff like this, and you can't buy the items. You go to their store, and it's a museum. It's like, oh, I want that. I saw it on an episode. No, but you can buy this shirt and hat. You can't buy the stuff. That's neat. That's cool. It's a great idea and a great connection of museum to store, and I'll bet it works. I'll bet people come out here super excited to buy stuff like I am. I even brought my wallet today. Yes, I did. And another thing, I always talk about different styles of toy stores. Sometimes you go in and it's glass. Glass counters, glass shelves, glass cases, keys, locks everywhere you turn. And that's okay. I mean, that's super cool, but this, and I said it's a welcoming place. Like, I come in and just right here down on the floor, it's the right stuff toy box, filled with toys for kids like me to play with. How cool is that? I love it. Oh, what in the world is that thing? Oh, my son loves Bugs Life. Disney stuff, old, I'll say mouse, rewind, old little mouse stuff is super hard to find. And I don't even mean super old. I mean like Bug's Life old. My son loves Bug's Life. And when he finds something that he loves, kind of like this guy, he doesn't give it up. I'm buying these. These are like micro machines, but Bug's Life. That is cool. These will be coming with me. I'll use my Dick Tracy wallet to pay for those. And everything has a price. That's very important at a toy store. Sometimes when you go in and there's no prices on things, you know that they're saying, give me one moment, please. Hold on, let me check on that price. Oh, yes. Computer phone, bam. It's actually $75. Nope, that's an immediate about face for me. Just so you know, when that moment occurs in a toy store, it's an immediate about face. Everything's priced, and everything is priced really, really fairly. I know that the two owners of this store have mentioned that people come here, they see how incredible this place is, and they make donations, which I will be doing. I want to make a donation to the museum, but people will donate their items, and that's why the items here are at an absolutely fantastic price. You know what? You got to see the bathroom. Right now we are in the playroom of the Museum of Nostalgia. You know, the actual museum, it feels like your playroom when you were a little kid. But this is actually a playroom. You can come, play with toys. There's an arcade game. There's Miss Pac-Man. There's the super cool He-Man / She-Ra bathroom. And there's this bozo, you know, this bozo. You know, I was just thinking about it a little bit as I'm doing the spring cleaning here in the Honey Nostalgia studio. Jeff and Phoebe have really created something amazing in Queens, New York. The Museum of Nostalgia is such a fun, welcoming place. It makes you feel like you're in your grandmother's living room. It made me feel that way. It is so important to have places like that, in my opinion. Buying stuff on your computer phone is fine, you know, but going and supporting these places, like the Museum of Nostalgia exists because, well, a huge part in because they're community. People donate items there, and you can donate items there. I know that I'm going to donate items there. That place is incredible. Thank you so much, Jeff and Phoebe, for putting that place together. It's something I'll never, ever forget. And if you go there, I promise you, you'll never forget it as well. Speaking of that creating, you know, like creating something, I can't draw. I'm not the artsy kind of guy. Now, I met someone recently. His name is Brandon Braswell, and he has that same passion, the same passion for these old toys as that I have, you know? But he also, like me, liked the weird toys, the drugstore toys, you know what I mean? Those odd toys that, you know, aren't mainstream. Like, it's not G.I. Joe, it's not Star Wars, it's not wrestling, but it's Barnyard Commandos, it's Food Fighters, it's Police Academy, you know? It's toys like that. And Brandon has literally created something that started as a brainchild when he was a little kid getting in trouble for playing with toys at school. You know, I know that I did. Those teachers still have my toys after, you know, a long time. But Brandon has created his own toy line, and he did it in a genius way by using items that he had in his desk at school or items that would be in the break room at work, you know, like old chewed up donut or maybe like a pack of Scotch tape, stuff like that. You know, the simplest, most mundane things in the world, Brandon has transformed into this super awesome, nostalgic feeling, retro 9-to-5 warriors.
Is that all you've got?
Just getting started. Time to punch in.
I've got a wee surprise for you, lad.
Us too. Surprise.
You'll never defeat me, Major. I guess I caught myself in a bit of a sticky situation.
Mag attack!
What's next on the agenda?
We put in the work to fight another day.
To learn more about 9-to-5 Warriors and see the full interview with Brandon, head on over to ToyStoreGuide.com.
Oh, Jeff and Phoebe. Hello.
Hey.
This place is so cool. Honestly, it was this close that you were gonna find me in there tomorrow morning. I did not want to leave that room.
Come back.
I would love to. We're in Queens, New York, and we are at the Museum of Nostalgia. Jeff, for you, toys are awesome, but what made you specifically want to do this? Like, why?
So my goal was, as a personal collector, I like a mix and range of stuff. I am not just a high-end collector. I'm not the in-case carded, must be perfect condition collector. So we wanted to accommodate for everyone. We wanted to make sure that a kid coming in could buy something for $1. We want to make sure someone could come in for $2, but we also wanted to accommodate for higher end collectors, like very high end collectors. So what we've noticed is that our customers have always come in and just loved being able to, it's being accessible for everyone.
Yep. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, the local clientele, the people who are going to come back here 1, 2, 3 times a week, I would. Those are the people that you are, you're part of, because you go into a toy store and you don't even know. Sometimes do you go in and not know what you're there for? I do that all the time. Like, yeah, just go in. And just saying that, walking in here, there was a few items in the museum, number 1, and here that I forgot existed. This is a Remco. I think they were corpse figures. Just an old, it's a knockoff G.I. Joe.
Knockoff G.I. Joe, yeah.
I had him. I completely forgot and you have him here for $1.
Yeah.
That is hunting nostalgia. It doesn't have to be $1 million. It could be 1. And that is the Museum of Nostalgia. Phoebe, now, I see your hand print all over this place. First off, I must say, I love the She-Ra He-Man bathroom. It was, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it can show up. The seat sparkles. It sparkles. It was one of the most relaxing moments. But anyways, so I see your touch all over here. For you personally, why do you do this?
I've always been a collector. And I think actually probably Masters of the Universe always has been my favorite toy line. I get a little, not angry, but upset that sometimes some of those things that were on She-Ra were actually...
Oh, it's crap. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah, that was on She-Ra, but then was advertised and sold as a He-Man product.
Oh, Hordak.
There's exactly Hordak.
It's not right. It's
not right. No.
But at that time, it wasn't our fault.
No.
It was truly, it was 80-20 boys to girls, which is a bunch of crap.
Exactly.
This store's not like that.
No, girls collect too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we wanted to make sure that we had an equal amount of girl toys and boy toys, because sometimes we've been into places where it's only just action figures and only stuff behind glass and no pink.
Yeah, it's not welcoming and comforting.
Yeah.
This is welcoming and comforting and fun. I have a 13-year-old daughter, okay? She says, I'll go to the junk store with you. Not nice, but that's what she calls it. We go to the junk store, and sometimes we'll walk out. She said, there was nothing there for me. In this place, you do a really good job of having absolutely something for everyone. You really.
We are trying. Sometimes there's some things, though, that are not...
You have a train, too.
Oh, we have a train.
That's cool, though.
Conveniently located near the train.
In Queens.
Exactly.
See, it proves it. I'm really here. This is not green screen today.
Yeah.
But that's part of the fun. It's really, really... And I'm going to say this. Girls' toys, boys' toys thing, that was how it was. That is truly that toy.
That was marketed.
Yes, it was designed. That's what it was. It was designed for boys' toys. I bet you when you walk into the board meeting, boys' toys and the girls' toys. That's how it was. Thank goodness it's not like that now.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But you have knocked that out of the park.
Thanks.
You really have.
And we're also trying to do as much, I don't know, I guess for lack of a better term, a gender neutral.
Oh, it is.
Stuff. Simpsons, Alf, Smurfs are top sellers here.
Really?
Yeah.
How about Pee-wee?
Well, we can't keep Pee-wee
We
on the
can't
shelf.
keep Pee-wee on the shelf, so.
We have
yeah.
no Pee-wee for sale. I hate to say that we have tons of Pee-wee in there and not one Pee-wee for sale.
But you know what though? That you have enough to
We did.
offer. And you know what? That could cause people to come back. Like this toy sniffing weirdo. It's like, you know what? I don't have that Pee-wee growth chart, but I know where I can see it anytime, and I want to. And you know what? I almost can still measure myself on that. I can almost do it. Well, this was so much fun.
Nick,
Yes.
I think I might have an extra at home.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my
I think
goodness!
I might have to send that.
Oh, that would be. Did you see? I was not expecting that to happen about Pee-wee. I love him. I love him. That would mean the world to me. It would go right in the Honey Nostalgia Studio.
I just have to hunt it out of our basement.
Yeah,
that's
she
all.
knows the game. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you, Jeff. This was awesome. You have to get here. Queens, New York. You know, I was about to do the Pittsburgh accent. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Queens, New York. Yeah, that's a little, kinda, I guess. Queens, New York, the Museum of Nostalgia. You can honestly spend all day just hanging out with Phoebe and Jeff in their living room.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Eskander, and you're watching Honey Nostalgia.
Let's go hunting nostalgia.
Oh, what a place. That is the Museum of Nostalgia in Queens, New York. I've shown you the place. You've experienced it. Now get down here. You have to check it out yourself. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen museums. I've seen that, style. And I've seen millions and millions of toy stores. I've never seen it combined this way for the sake of nostalgia. I'm Nick Bartley, and this is Hunting Nostalgia. See you next time. I would torture people. Oh my gosh, I would torture everyone. All of a sudden, bam, I would just come out dressed head to toe. Steve Urkel.
My name is Steve Urkel. Boy, have I got a good idea for you. In the Urkel shop. Oh, wow. This is shaking chair, Laura. Where'd everybody go? I can't get up.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Yeah.
Going home.
He's a moron.
He's an absolute moron.
Come on.